Hello, my name is Eddie and welcome to another Pokemon video. Today we are seeing, can we beat Pokemon Yellow using only Spearow? So, this actually hasn't been widely requested, let's be real, nobody requested this, but it's an inside joke among people on a Discord server I'm in that I hate Spearow, so I figured why not solo the game with it. I don't think this will be too bad, but there could be some areas that could be an issue of the Giovanni fights. Some of the rival battles worry me. Cloyster could be a bit of a threat on the rivals team. And the Elite Four is just going to be a pain, especially Lorelei with those ice types that hit hard. So if you think we can do this, comment down below whether you think or not that this can be completed. And comment if you think it can be completed, what level Pokemon Spearow will be by the end of this run. Without further ado, let's hop right in to the rules for this challenge. So there are three main rules for this challenge. By the way, I named myself Eddie and my rival Tyon because he's who inspired me to do these challenges. If my voice sounds bad, I've got a bit of a cough. I apologize for that, but there's nothing I can do about it. So rule number 1, no cheating. That's an obvious one. If I could just Game Sharky and rare candies, that would ruin the fun of it. So, obviously we're not going to be doing that. Rule number 2, you can only use Spearow for all of the battling. HM slaves are permitted, but if Spearow faints and the HM slaves are forced out, we must use a non-damaging move if possible. If not, we end up getting the kill, we have to reset back to our latest save point. And rule number 3, we will not be using any items in the middle of battles. We are allowed to heal between battles, but there's not very many points during this run where we do that, with exceptions for a bit of the Elite Four, as nobody likes them. They're pests, and they absolutely destroy Spearow. We received the Spearow after our jerk rival takes EV, and we nickname it I Hate You. Hey, if you know, you know. Spearow's stats and TM moves and learn set, just everything about Spearow is very mediocre for a pre-evolved Pokemon. I mean, it has decent stats in both attack and speed with 60 and 70, but its defense is 30 and its special is 31, meaning we won't be able to take any hits from anything, basically. So this rival battle is actually fairly easy. We just spam Peck and take it down with ease. Spearow's learn set gives us a Peck, Growl, Leer, Fury attack, Mirror move, Drill Peck, and Agility, and the TM moves are significantly better. However, we only use one of the level up moves that Spearow learns, that being Drill Peck realistically in this run, as it has 80 power and 100 accuracy, meaning it's significantly better than most of the TM moves you can learn, with exception to Takedown and Double Edge, which both deal recoil, along with Sky Attack, which is a 2-turn move. We quickly retrieve Oak's parcel and head straight back to the lab so that we can actually get this challenge underway. He hands us the Pokedex along with Tyon, and we head out after Tyon rubs some more of his jerkiness in my face. Don't worry, Tyon. You seem to be a great guy, so I feel bad for naming you after my rival now. Grinding against the trainers in Viridian Forest is surprisingly easy, and we're level 11 by the time we get to Brock's gym. We defeat Brock's first trainer and survive on just a few hit points, knowing that I'm not going to be able to beat Brock. Thus, I decide to do some more grinding, and this will make the battle against Brock significantly easier if we can get off attacks. Like, we can use Growl just to lower their attacks so that they can barely touch us, and then hit him with an attack when he's not using Bide. This could go very well. And sure enough, we defeat Brock and earn our first gym badge with relative ease after only 1 or 2 resets. Next up was Mount Moon, which, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, was not much of a challenge at all. We actually caught ourselves a Paris, which we happened to name Slave. You'll see what's going on with this later. We battled a super nerd who had the fossils, and we easily took him out. The only problem was Voltorb had some moves that were strong against us, but it wasn't too much of a problem. And then we chose a fossil. Next battle was against Jesse and James, which were surprisingly easy compared to previous routes I'd tried for this with different challenges, so that let me breathe a sigh of relief, and was probably the happiest day of my life. On to Cerulean we go. Misty was no cakewalk and took a good few resets, but with a combination of good luck and Misty just being stupid and going for the Harden, we managed to beat her. The rival is very similar, as we take out Tyon fairly quickly with some of the resets being necessary, but as long as Sandshrew doesn't hit us with Sand Attack, we're generally good. Other than that, there's not much to talk about. I mean, Nugget Bridge isn't much of a challenge. We have to heal a few times, and we might lose to 1 or 2 trainers over the entire time just due to our decreased health, but we get through the Rocket Trainer at the top, get through all the trainers on the route, and we get the SS ticket from Bill onto Vermilion. We grind up to level 31, which was a very smart decision, as the battle goes very well. He sends out Spearow, I use Drill Peck, one-shot it. He sends out Rattata, I use Drill Peck, one-shot it. He sends out Sandshrew, I use Drill Peck, one-shot it. And he sends out his Eevee, and I use Drill Peck, one-shot it. Very easy battle. Now we head to the gym after rubbing this old man's back, which is a little creepy when you think about it, a kid rubbing some man's back, but he gives us cut, so we head down to Surge's gym. Now, thanks to speedrunning, I know the way Yellow's garbage cans work, so I get it really quickly, and we head straight into Surge for the battle. Surge is surprisingly easy. It takes a little bit of luck with a Drill Peck crit, but let's be real, what Pokemon run isn't done without a little bit of luck? Our luck's actually been surprisingly good when we needed here in these runs, so I'm not going to complain. We got the luck on Misty, now we're getting the luck here. Surge was only 3 or 4 resets, probably less than Misty actually, and we managed to take him out at the level 31, which is surprising. We're only 3 levels higher than him. If his AI was a little better, we would have been able to definitely lose that battle pretty easily. We would have had to grind up probably into the 40s. Rock Tunnel. I really don't want to talk about Rock Tunnel. Full disclosure here, one Pokemon did use self-destruct on me, and I happened to faint, and I only won the battle because my other Pokemon was in the party, the Slave, but we didn't actually give it any battle time. I probably should have left it fainted in my party, which I understand now, but if you really want to consider that cheating, he didn't get any battle time. That's your choice. I really hope it doesn't encourage you to dislike the video, but I don't think it was cheating. I could have gotten better luck. I probably could have reset until it missed, but, I mean, I really didn't want to do that, so I'm sorry. No important battles here until Erica, which is incredibly easy. We're Flying type. We Drill Peck all of our Pokemon and get easy one-shots. I don't think I need to say any more about that. We beat Erica, and we continue on with the storyline. I really don't want to talk about this part either. It was a long section of the run just because I was trying to decipher the puzzles despite the fact that I've done them before. I accidentally went the wrong way the first time, so fun. I battled Jesse and James. They're really not a threat at this point. They were never a threat, but I take care of them. Giovanni's surprisingly easy. I mean, considering he carries multiple rock types with him, I don't want to mess with that. And yet, somehow I don't have to. I survived first try, 12 health. Let's go. And so, it's on to Lavender Town we go, where we kill Marowak because it clearly wasn't already a ghost. And we head in and battle Jesse and James. Now, their team has gotten stronger over the past 5 minutes that we were doing this in-game, but it's still not much of a threat. We take care of them surprisingly easily yet again. At this point, it's not really getting surprising. And Mr. Fuji thanks us by giving us the Poke Flute, which we can now use in order to get to Koga's gym. We defeat Snorlax, which actually kind of surprised me, seeing as it was so bulky. I didn't think only having 9 levels over this would do anything, but we take Snorlax out fairly easily and head down Cycling Path. There's nothing to talk about on Cycling Path, but then we head back down to Fuchsia, where we get into Koga's gym, battle all the trainers there, and immediately battle Koga. Koga's not much of a threat. We Drill Peck all of his Pokemon. We do get poisoned, but that's not too big of a deal. We survive with a decent amount of health left. Seeing as all his Pokemon are part bug, that's not a threat. Drill Peck is just way too overpowered at this point. However, after that, we're kind of roadblocked. We're not strong enough to beat Blaine, Sabrina, or the Silphco rival, meaning we've got to do something really important. I do a bunch of grinding until I realize how stupid I am, and realize it's a TM that I could have gotten a long time ago, known as Double Team. Double Team is overpowered, so we go and get Double Team, along with the HMs for Surf and Strength. In other words, the Golden Teeth and Surf, and we are ready to continue with this run. We finally make it back to Blaine. He still takes a few resets, but once we get to his Arcanine, we basically can't lose. He has Fire Blast and Takedown, so we take him out with relative ease after that. Then we go on to our rival, which is a similar story as Blaine, takes a few resets, but we actually managed to beat him with pretty much ease. We battle Jesse and James, Drill Peck all their weak Pokemon to death, and we Drill Peck spam against Giovanni, who really surprised me with the fact that he hasn't been a challenge at all yet this run. Of course, I think it's going to be a little different when we battle his gym, but he hasn't been a challenge yet. Sabrina's gym might just be the easiest yet. With her first Pokemon, an Abra, not knowing any damaging moves, we can set up the 6 double teams to make it almost impossible to hit us immediately. So we beat her first try because we could just set up so easily and Drill Peck all of her Pokemon to death, which already didn't have great defense stats, meaning we didn't need to really set up that much. We probably still could have beaten her, but it's always nice to know that you can beat this one easily. And at this point, we have 7 gym badges. You know what that means. We are about to battle Giovanni and then head off to the Pokemon League. Giovanni is still a total pushover. I mean, considering that he has rock types, we take him out on the first reset. So this guy's really not a threat, and it surprised me because we were actually a lower level than some of his Pokemon. I understand Double Team makes it a little broken, but still, you really should never be humiliated that badly by a Spearow. That's just embarrassing. Off to the Pokemon League we go. We pick up every last elixir we can find before squaring off for one final match against his Pokemon. This shouldn't be too bad. Of course, our rival isn't that strong. Sorry, Tyon, you just aren't. We set up Double Team a few times. As long as Sandslash doesn't have Sand Attack, which I do not believe he does, this isn't a problem. So he has Poison Sting, Fury Swipe, Swift, and one last move. But, of course, he does have Swift, which always hits, which is a problem for us. Luckily, he doesn't use it too many times, so he can fully set up and only just be half below half health. And so, we Drill Peck it twice to take it down. He sends out his Execute. We Drill Peck that. Easy one-shot. It's weak to us. There shouldn't be a threat. Cloyster scared me. It has Aurora Beam. If it hits us with Aurora Beam, we're screwed. We actually tank an Aurora Beam, which it only dealt 50 damage. That shocked me. Magneton scared me too. It had Thunder Shock, which would have easily killed us. We 3-shot it without it getting lucky enough to touch us, which also makes me feel really good inside. So this brings me down to his second last Pokemon, Kadabra, which we take out with a singular Drill Peck. I tell you, these things don't have very good physical defense. We grow to level 56, and he sends out his final Pokemon, a Flareon, which just didn't scare me at this point. I had no reason to be afraid of this thing. Flareon gets 2-shotted, and we defeat our rival for what is supposed to be the last time this challenge. Supposed to be. We defeat Lorelei after completing the Victory Road puzzle and getting into the Elite Four. However, it takes like dozens of resets, literally dozens. This thing has Ice Beam. If it hits us turn 1 with Aurora Beam or Ice Beam, it's basically over. And so the amount of resets this takes is crazy, and we survive on 9 health. I realize after that I didn't take any Hyper Potions with me. We need to heal back up to full after every battle, meaning we need at least 4, and I don't have any, meaning we think it's still possible with good luck. I realize by the time we get to Lance, it isn't. His Aerodactyl is the one that ends our run. Because we can't one-shot Aerodactyl, it will always have a chance to use Swift on us. Swift never misses, meaning that even fully set up, we can't do anything to stop that thing from hitting us every time. So we take the L and head right back to the Pokemon League. This didn't sound very in-depth for the league, but that's because I'm going through it this time with actual healing items to use in between battles. Lorelei is actually incredibly easy this time, seeing as we got those extra few levels going through the league, which apparently makes all the difference. They don't hit us nearly as often, and we managed to take everything out in almost one shot. We do want to be easy on the PP just because we have to manage it now that we did go through the Elite Four once. Now, we do manage to take her out fairly quickly, but now we've got to go on to Bruno. We just spam Drill Peck against her. Not much to talk about there. Bruno literally does not take a single reset here, and we managed to take him out incredibly quickly just by using Fly on all of his strong Pokemon. It's just not a problem. He does carry some fighting types with him, making this battle so much faster. We do use Drill Peck on a few of them, but we managed to take out his Onix and his Machamp to finish off this battle. fairly quickly, and our job is done. It is time to battle Agatha, the third member of the Elite Four. Let's see how she is. A little bit to my surprise yet again, Agatha is almost just as big of a pushover as Bruno was. We survived this one fairly easily just by using Drill Peck and Fly on most of her Pokemon. Our Drill Peck PP is getting low, which makes me really not want to use it too much. However, for some of these Pokemon, once we run out of Fly PP, that's all we can do. Just because she carries Ghost types. Arbok we luckily get to use Swift on, but Gengar has to be Drill Pecked, and we almost run out of PP here, which really scares me in the end, but we do manage to take her out in 2 Drill Pecks in order to win this fight. Let's go. Lance is the final Elite Four. Let's see if we can take him out first try. To make a very long story short, Lance does not get defeated first try. I don't know how to explain this, but just look at some of the resets here. Look at the amount of luck that needs to go into this. First try, he needs to not hit us with any moves, see? Gyarados can't hit us first turn, and then we need to set it up enough times that he doesn't deal any damage to us. Because if he does deal anything to us, we're basically screwed. We need to set up till we have used 6 double team just so that they can't hit us at all, and then we swift Gyarados to death because we want to manage our PP well. Then he's got the Dragonairs, which can deal, I believe, Thunderbolt or Ice Beam, depending on which Dragonair he sends out, so that scares me too. He uses a Hyper Potion, meaning we do get extra turn. He hits us with a Thunderbolt, luckily not dealing as much damage as I anticipated. We grew up to level 63, we have to swift this Dragonair, who hits us with the Ice Beam and brings us down to 24 health. I probably was considering resetting there, and he hits us with another one. So, see, this takes so many resets. We finally get the perfect run where he doesn't hit us with anything, where we make it past his Aerodactyl and take it out without having to take Swift from Aerodactyl, which is a big one. We make it to Dragonite, who scared me in one way, but he misses Thunder twice. He misses Thunder 3 times, in fact, and we managed to take him out with a Swift. I was not taking any chances there, and we defeat Lance. And according to Lance, we are now the Pokemon League Master, but we have to beat the final trainer, Tyon. We knew Tyon was a good trainer in these games, but now we need to know just how good he is. Final battle, we're taking on Pokemon League champion Tyon. I cannot stress to you how much of a relief it was to be able to take out Tyon in just a few tries. We set up the double teams at the beginning against Sandslash as per usual, and it's not much of a threat right now. It does hit us with a few Fury swipes here, but it's only 2, so it's not too much of an issue. And we set up all our double teams. We get hit with a Poison Sting, which crits and still doesn't deal too much damage. So we use as many Swifts as we can, which is 3 to take out Sandslash, and to go on to face Alakazam. Alakazam is 1 Drill Peck, as per usual, as its physical defense is terrible. We hit Exeggutor with a single fly, easily killed, level 64. We Swift Magneton as many times as we need to take it out, which turns out to only be 3, which is a sigh of relief. Cloyster, you've killed us all run. You're the reason I've died so many times here. I just want to beat you. It misses Aurora and Ice Beam. We keep Drill Pecking, and at this point, I am freaking out. Are we actually going to do this? We are actually about to take out Cloyster, and we do. He sends out Flareon. This thing has not been a threat all around. There's no way this does anything to us. We even get a crit against it. And we manage to hit it with Swift, which it survives on a sliver of health. I was trying to take it safely. But we miss Fly, which is even worse. We finally hit it. It barely deals any damage because of Reflect. If we had just used something that wasn't Swift, we could have taken it out there. And finally, we beat Tyon. I cannot believe that we actually did this. This is my first challenge, and I actually feel kind of bad for taking out Tyon. I mean, Tyon is a great YouTuber, and it almost hurts to beat a YouTuber that I admire so much. And so, thank you so much for inspiring me to do this. I take out Tyon, Pokemon League champion. We're about to be honored, and this is just Pokemon League champions are honored. They're honored. Oh yeah, they're honored for their exploits, which is ironic because we didn't actually use any glitches, cheats, or exploits. Watch the beginning of the video to see the rules. Congratulations, me and my Pokemon are Hall of Famers. Look at this. Look at this. I hate you, level 64. I actually don't hate Spearow anymore. I can't believe this. I don't hate Spearow. Just because of this, I genuinely like Spearow now. I cannot believe Spearow was actually that much of a beast. Like, I haven't been able to sweep the Elite Four with a lot of Pokemon. Spearow is a beast. I am so glad I used this. I have lots to do, I know. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Eddie. As always, if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I will definitely be doing more of these challenges in the future, as I enjoy this a lot. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.